Hi everyone, again trying to make some kind of video, not knowing really what to talk about, but just trying to like press record and like see kind of what comes up, because like sometimes I would have like an idea and then like I try to record it or something and then it just disappears. So I was just like, yeah, maybe let's try to click the record and then maybe something like shows into my head or something. I just feel like everything is kind of really based on I don't know, like I a lot of times also change, like I like to like switch through certain perspectives, which I feel like sometimes socially that can be perceived not good, or I don't know, like why do you even care? Do people have that kind of freedom of like interpreting what reality and life and things like that is, or like these days it's just like we have the package and you have to believe it, and if not, you're on your own. But it's kind of unfair because like we don't live anymore in an environment where you can go to nature and like I don't know, like how people would like survive when there was no cities and whatever, like, you know what I mean? It's like this sick kind of vibe of like you can't really do anything unless like you sorry, I just like have this like sorry you know what I mean, like you kind of have to do what other people do in some sense. Like I kind of lost the track that I was on. It's like these days you can't really like, oh, like, you know, like you depend on other people in the form of like, I mean, obviously, right, but like, it's kind of unfair because like I guess we live in that form of like, you know, like if you can go to like nature and survive, I guess. I mean, maybe some people can, I don't know, but like I guess like a lot of people, especially like if you weren't taught or whatever, like it's kind of like I don't know really. I don't even know how to survive tomorrow, or like even this day. I don't know how to survive, but somehow I'm still here. So I feel like there was always like this certain like flow of life that happens regardless, but like hypothetically, like we're so like dependent, like, you know what I mean? So it's like so unfair, and like you can get, I guess, social help, if that makes sense, because like we're not living anymore in that kind of natural environment, and if you don't own like a land or whatever, you can't really do anything. So it's just like, again, like it's so like sick and twisted. Yeah, it's like you have to like obey in a way, like it's not like those like conspiracy people or whatever, no, but like I don't know, like what I'm trying to say really. Yeah, I mean, I feel like in certain sense there is no freedom, even though we kind of feel like that. And a lot of people would be like, well, you know, like people from past had it worse, but that's like we are not even able, I guess, in that sense, if that would happen, to even have a normal conversation. So, you know what I mean, like, the chair is making noises. Yeah, but just all that kind of talk of like, oh, like people had it worse and this and that, is just like kind of closes the mouth of the person, if that makes sense, and it's just like doesn't really like apply to growth. And then again, like, okay, even if like let's say, right, like people I can imagine being like the kind of person in future for someone and be like, oh, I had it so worse, but like now in the future you, I don't know, like people don't have to work or this and that, but like because I had to go through that, I would be like, oh no, like you can't do that because like I didn't have that, or that kind of mentality. Like that's like so offensive, and also I feel like kind of obligation sometimes I would feel like it's like a newer person or whatever, newer person, you know what I mean, like younger, born into this reality, whatever, that tries to kind of figure out what it's all about, whatever. I would feel bad for like the kind of people who would be like older or whatever and be kind of demanding certain, like, you know, because they had it worse, and like I would see that they hurt them own selves by saying those things, you know what I mean? When I was a child, I felt like way more kind of protected, and I would just like feel more kind of clearly that like I think I would obviously somewhat I would kind of guess feel some pain or whatever, but like I felt maybe like a little bit like more protected in the form of like seeing that like they're actually hurting themselves by being like that. I don't know, but then again, like those people are, you know, supported by this and that socially, and it's just like, so it's like whatever for them. I don't know. Then again, it attaches to like, you know, traumatic experiences and this and that, and I don't know. Me personally, like I have traumatic experiences, but like I wouldn't want to be that person who. Then again, it's like I'm not saying, and I try to not say, I guess, but it might, I guess, seem like that. Try not to say what to anyone to how to be or whatever, like whatever. I just try to think about things like I couldn't care less. That makes sense. Like obviously, I wish that everyone is happy or whatever, but like, you know, I don't know. But yeah, what was I saying? I don't know, we kind of live in the past of like people from past, if that makes sense. I don't know if that's just these days, or was it always like that, and it just like goes through generation to generation, but like I'm not sure, or yeah. So maybe that's all for that video. I'm not sure. I think like life would just be more like easier and nicer, knowing that like you wake up and people around you have that mentality of like, we don't know where we are, we don't know what this is, life or whatever. I feel like life within itself, the word itself, is just already some form of box. I don't know why, it's just like, I guess intuitively or something. Yeah, but like it would be so much more nicer to live in reality and wake up and like knowing that everyone kind of goes from that standpoint of like, we don't know where we are, and you know what I mean, like, and I don't know, like sometimes when I watch those older movies, not all of them, like I also didn't see all of them, but like sometimes I feel somehow that kind of mentality in those people, even though the movie is not about philosophy or whatever. It's just like, I don't know, like just like a regular movie, or like, I don't know, that explain it so bad, but like, you know what I mean, just like how people are towards each other makes me kind of feel like that. But then again, not all, but I don't know, for me it's just something attaches to that, those older kind of cinema or whatever. Yeah, I don't know, it would be just so much nicer, right? Like if people would have that as like the priority, and then all the other things, you know what I mean? Like I feel like life would be lighter, and also we don't know where we are, do we? Like, I don't know, we might think or whatever, and have some ideas and live according to them, maybe it just never ends. Maybe it's just like this ongoing thing, and it always changes and doesn't really matter. I don't know. But so maybe I'll end on that note, and take care, ocean, everything well, and bye.